Hello there, I'm Iris, and welcome to Powered by Voice. With over 12 years of work developing leaders and mentoring teen girls, I'm excited to extend my reach by helping you power your voice as a platform, not a performance, so that you are truly seen and heard. Join us. Hello, and welcome back to Powered by Voice. This is Iris, and I am thrilled that you've joined us for today's talk, and I can't wait to share with you, so let's dive in. Today, we're discussing the importance of being free to say what you want to say or need to say without having the burden of perfection on your shoulders. There is a saying that goes, you have to get out of the gate in order to be in the race. Ain't that the truth? Especially when it comes to speaking up and contributing your voice about anything. Here are just a few tips about not getting stuck on perfect. What you say should matter most to you. The unknown of what other people think about you is irrelevant. When those ideas pop in your head, turn it around by asking, what do I think of me? Secondly, trust that words will take form when you speak. You have to put it in the atmosphere, and once you do, life begins to emerge in those words, and you learn something about yourself and what you have to offer. And there's really nothing wrong with working it out in the moment, so be spontaneous. You can do it, I know you can. The worst display of public speaking is reading from a script and not allowing the beauty of even one word take root organically from your heart. In other words, sticking to the script is not the perfect solution. Just think about life itself. We're meant to take twists and turns. It's meant to be messy sometimes. We can all learn to enjoy the journey a bit more. We're not looking for perfection. Here's something else that might show up on your journey. So I have found when I am insecure about sharing my ideas, I tend to preface it with something like, this might be a really bad idea, but, When you add that but, it dims your light so that the idea has absolutely no chance of finding a stage to shine. You essentially blow out your light. It's sabotage. We've all done it, and I just recently did this at work. No joke. I used those exact words. This might be really a bad idea, but, heaven help me. For some reason, I was feeling insecure that day, but I'm human, and here's the thing. I didn't think my idea was bad. I knew it was good. I just couldn't bring myself to own it in that moment. Sometimes we get scarred by past reactions from others, right? The worst is when you share and the other person says nothing as if you never spoke. The effect of silence silences you if you're not intentional about letting go of things that people do that we have no control over. But, and this is a good but, here's something else I've learned. When we speak from the goodness of our heart and we put that into the atmosphere, we can't think about the outcome because we are not responsible for the outcome. Just say it and own it, because it's better to live a life that speaks of who you really are. That is what we do have control over. And like Nike's slogan, I want you to learn how to just say it. Sometimes it will land really well, and sometimes it might have a bumpy landing. Either way, it's your unique expression. And you'll hear me say this often. You can't find even one person on this planet that is going to say what you have to say in the way that you have to say it. That's powerful. The only way you fall is when you become too proud to fail. I'll show you what I mean with this story. I was in my 20s, I lived in New York City, and I was working as a fashion editor. What a setup. It was an amazing job that afforded me so many incredible experiences. But it was always a challenging job, and it pushed me beyond my level of comfort, which, of course, in the end was good. But going through it was so uncomfortable. I had so many moments of being afraid to just say anything, including asking for help. Well, I was given this amazing opportunity to do a fashion shoot in St. Thomas in the Caribbean. What should have been a fabulous adventure, and in many ways it was, but it turned out to be one of my biggest failures. But it taught me some invaluable life lessons. As you can imagine, I was so excited about this trip. I got busy casting models, deciding on the theme, and selecting the clothes. We were shooting a cover and a 4-page spread. I shopped the sportswear designers, requested lots of outfits to choose from. Then, instead of bringing lots of outfits to cover myself, I decided to narrow my choices before we left New York City for the island. Now, why on earth did I make this choice? As I look back, I believe it was because I was insecure about asking for help. I chose to go it alone. Big mistake. You see, there are many ways to develop your voice, and one way is by asking questions and owning it. What if I had simply asked, should I narrow the choices before we get there, or should I take lots of options? How easy, right? But in my head, gosh, I just felt it sounded so silly to ask that question. The idea of just saying, I need your help, it just wasn't in me. But clearly, I was just thinking this was a big opportunity for me to be in charge of this entire shoot, and I didn't want them to think I didn't know what I was doing. So there it is. I thought I had to be perfect. It's sabotage. Well, are you wondering what happened in St. Thomas? I'm sure you guessed it. I did not have enough clothing, and we barely had enough to complete the shoot. It was awful, and for sure I was so embarrassed. But I got through it, and I didn't get fired. Was it my best work? Of course not. But that day, I did learn to value honesty in using my voice. And there lies another life lesson for you. It's impossible to be honest when you are being perfect. And in the voice of Danielle Laporte, we must have the daring to be nothing but ourselves if we are to know what true power is. Just saying. So let's reflect using our mantra, 3 simple questions we ask of you. What are your first impressions? How does this make you feel? And what sparked your curiosity? See you next time, and ciao for now.